The old ranger spoke in hushed tones. His voice was raspy. He spoke of things lost, hikers vanished, campers gone without a trace. The forest held its secrets close. A chill permeated the air. Whispers followed me. Stories of the missing echoed. They haunted the ancient trees. Each tale was more unsettling than the last. Families torn apart, lives cut short. The park itself seemed to breathe. It inhaled the unsuspecting. The ranger's eyes held a deep sadness. He had seen too much. He warned me to turn back. But curiosity gnawed at me. I was drawn to the unknown. The disappearances spanned decades. They defied explanation. The forest held its breath. I was determined to uncover the truth. Redwood National Park, a place of majestic beauty, a place of unsettling quiet. Towering trees scraped the sky. They cast long, ominous shadows. The air was thick with the scent of pine. Sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense canopy. The forest floor remained in perpetual twilight. The silence was unnerving. It was broken only by the rustling of leaves. The wind seemed to whisper secrets. The deeper I ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. The trees seemed to watch me. Their gnarled branches reached out like skeletal fingers. I felt a constant prickling sensation. It was as if unseen eyes were upon me. The ground was soft beneath my feet. Every step felt muffled. The shadows deepened as the day wore on. The forest seemed to transform. I pressed on, drawn deeper into the heart of the unknown. My name is Sarah. I am a journalist. I am drawn to unsolved mysteries. I had come to Redwood National Park seeking answers. The disappearances had haunted me for months. They demanded investigation. I was armed with a notebook, a camera, and a restless spirit. I was determined to shed light on the darkness. I began my investigation by interviewing park rangers. I spoke with local residents. Their stories were fragmented. They were filled with fear and superstition. Some spoke of strange lights in the forest. Others described unsettling noises. No one had concrete evidence. The mystery deepened with each conversation. I studied the park maps. I researched past disappearances. The victims were diverse. They all vanished within the park's boundaries. I ventured into the woods alone. I followed the trails taken by the missing. I pressed on, driven by a relentless need to know. Section 4, Unraveling the Enigma. Days turned into nights. The search continued. I found strange symbols carved into trees. They seemed ancient. They seemed otherworldly. I photographed them meticulously. I documented their location. I felt a sense of unease. It was as if I was trespassing on sacred ground. The symbols seemed to pulse with an unseen energy. I discovered remnants of abandoned campsites. They were left hastily. Belongings were scattered. Tents were torn. It was as if something had startled the occupants. Something had driven them to flee. I imagined the terror they must have felt. The forest seemed to close in around me. I heard strange noises in the night. They were rustling in the underbrush. I tried to rationalize the sounds, but the unease persisted. I felt as though I was being watched. Section 5. A Glimmer in the Darkness. I followed a narrow, overgrown trail. It led deeper into the forest's heart. The air grew colder. The shadows grew darker. I stumbled upon a hidden clearing. It was bathed in an unnatural light. In the center stood a crumbling stone structure. It was ancient. It was unsettling. The stones were covered in moss. They were etched with the same strange symbols. The air within the clearing crackled with an unseen energy. I felt a pull towards the structure. A voice whispered my name. It echoed through the clearing. I froze in my tracks. My blood ran cold. I turned to flee, but the forest seemed to shift and change. The path back was gone. I was trapped. The darkness embraced me.